Well, it's 6:48 now, getting closer to time for the actual event. We're heading back to the visitor center. Looks like there's a few more cars over there. I think that might mean there's a few more geocachers over there.
I see Team Bearcat and I see Magkurt.
Let's see who we
Team
can
Bearcat's
see.
in the white t-shirt, and that's the husband, and then Magkurt is in the yellow shirt.
And people are about to be introduced to Geocacher T on Photobook and his YouTube channel. Just kidding. And I think I see Chocolate E there, maybe. You saw them in my FDF micro vlog video. Just I guess it was about a month and a half ago. Wow. Okay, some time has passed. We're in the visitor center. A lot of talking, getting to know geocachers, and we're getting ready for the owl lecture. It's been a lot of fun getting to know some geocachers, get some cool ideas.
Another thing you might have heard about owls is that they have this incredible range of frequencies that they can hear. That's actually also not true. Owls hear about the same range of frequencies that we do, but they're very well attuned to some of those frequencies, much more attuned than we are. They can hear, a mouse moving around through the grass long before we can. And that's how many of them are able to hunt at night. You'll see, especially here on the screech owl, sort of the conical shapes around the eyes. What that does, that helps focus the sound towards the bird's ears. An interesting exercise you can try is say, like, I'll continue talking at a reasonable level. And what I want you guys to do is take your hands and cup them over your ears. Now, I'm still talking at the same level, but you can probably hear me a whole lot better. We'll try this again once we get out into the woods, and you'll see what a difference it makes as far as what you can hear moving around about you. The owls really do have incredible vision, and their vision capacity takes up a tremendous portion of their brain. And their eyes are really big. Comparatively speaking, if our eyes were as big as an owl's, by comparison by the size of their head, it would be roughly the size of your fist held up in front of your face. So they're really incredible creatures. And one other thing I was going to show, we've been doing owl pellet dissection with school groups this week. As many of you know, owls and other raptors swallow their smaller prey whole. They regurgitate the bones, the fur, the other indigestible pieces back up. It looks a little gross, and so that's what an owl pellet looks like. You see little bits of bone sticking out of it. By whatever's on the surface of it, you can tell a little bit about where the pellet was found, probably what kind of owl it was. If it's got pieces of hay on it, it's a good chance it was a barn owl roosting in someone's barn. And it's really incredible the amount of things they eat. The workbook we go through with our students details a study done on one particular barn owl over the course of a year. One owl over the course of a year ate 1,400 mice, 50-something house sparrows, somewhere in the ballpark of 70 lizards, a couple other birds, frogs. So the vast majority of these that you get, you can buy them online. They're like about $1.50 a piece. You'll find mouse bones in them.
Hey, Mom, look what I just coughed up.
Here comes your smaller owls like barn owls, screech owls, and so you really wouldn't see them as large. They would have larger bellies. All right. So we'll go over 3 real common species of owls around here real quick. Now this is our first guy, and by far our smallest. If you've ever seen an eastern screech owl, they really are right in there. I mean, they're little guys. They're agile, they're highly maneuverable. Studies have demonstrated that if you listen to a chickadee make its chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee sound, the rapidity of the D portion of the song often indicates the severity of the threat that they're facing. So if they're listening, if they see something like a human, you know, human could bother them, probably not to. We're kind of slow, we're kind of clumsy, you know, chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Well, the D's get faster as the threat gets greater. Bobcat would be up a little bit higher, something more agile like a red-shouldered hawk would be up there a little bit more. These guys, these were the top. These guys are fast, they're small, and they will get that little stuff. They have a very unusual call. This is probably not what you would associate an owl sounding like. It's sort of a whinnying whistle. Common owl across eastern North America. The range map's over here on the side. This is allaboutbirds.org. It's done through Cornell University, which is arguably the premier birding institution in the country. Owls, like I said, are not highly migratory, so the purple area indicates areas in which they're found year-round, and that's pretty much all of their range. There may be some seasonal movements, but on the whole, their distribution is not going to change throughout the year. They actually come in 2 different faces. They can be red or gray. The different morphs there. But again, very small, very, I mean, they fit in the palm of your hand quite easily and beautiful birds. So again, smaller birds are what they're going to be eating, smaller stuff. A variety of songbirds, starlings, mice, insects, things like that. Anyway, so that's the smallest bird. I have not heard one of those on our owl prowl. I've not seen one on the property, but we'd be well within their distribution to see one tonight. So. Now, what we do have, we hear on a regular basis, both at night and during the day, is the barred owl. Barred owls are a good bit larger. Just a beautiful, beautiful bird. Again, you can see the conical patterns around the eyes that help focus the sound in towards the ears. Again, a very consistent distribution across the ear. And this is much more your typical hooting owl that you would expect an owl to sound like. They're very sociable. They're renowned for being pretty vocal. If you can get one up close and mimic anything even relating closely to an owl, they'll talk back to you. My wife and my 2-year-old daughter and I were tubing on the creek here a couple months ago. It was early enough in the summer that the juveniles were still with the parents, and we got down to the swinging bridge and passed right underneath the juvenile who was sitting out on a branch. And my daughter went, hoo, hoo, she calls them hoo-hoos. And it talked back to her. It's sort of a weird screeching sound, but it sat there and talked to us for probably about 15 minutes. I think it was Dad came and perched next to it for a minute to say, "Who are you talking to over here? Strangers in our neighborhood." And they just sat there and for the better part of 15 minutes. It was a really wonderful encounter. And the sound that it made, the screeching sound, is most commonly associated with juveniles. So I have to believe they're probably nesting here on the property in early spring. Now, as is the case with most raptors, the female is actually a little bit larger than the male. So I suspect the one we saw that day with it was the dad, because I saw another one a couple days later that was noticeably bigger, which I imagine was Big Mama.
Mom and happy ain't nobody happy in that case.
So these guys are a good bit bigger. Let's see, the length is going to be from the tip of their beak to the tip of their tail, 16 to 19 inches. So we're talking pretty good size. Wingspan of 39 to 43 inches, somewhere in there. So they're fairly common in urban, suburban areas.
Where we on our mountain, we see it routinely.
Yeah.
Driving up and down the mountains, just sitting off to the side.
And their call is often represented as, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you?" That's there's a whole lot of different owl calls that are sold. They're actually geared towards turkey hunters. The thinking is that if you can make an owl sound, it'll kind of rustle up the turkeys and they'll get more active, give away their location, things like that. Our turkeys don't seem to be terribly impressed with my owl calls, but I'm still working on it. They kind of look at me like, "Yeah, we know it's you." But
We saw, me and my mom, as we were walking down, we actually saw two families of turkeys just cross right in front of us.
the turkeys have been up and active today. We've seen up to about 40 at a time on the property. So they're more concerned about the train than they are about babies. Now, with a little bit of practice, it's not too difficult to mimic some of the owls. If you're not terribly good at whistling, the hooting guys can be bigger. And we had a guy who's really, really good at it, helped me with some owl prowls earlier this year, and I kept trying to get him to say, "Tell me, Ray, what's the practice to making a good owl sound?" He said, "What's the secret?" He said, "Well, it's just practice. You just gotta practice it." So, it just takes practice. So. Now the screech owls are kind of fun to do. They've got sort of that whistling trill. If you're good at whistling, that's an easier one to do. That was actually the one I learned first. But it's a little bit gross to do it. What you need a big wad of spit going in your mouth.
Okay.
Just kind of like hawking up a loogie. And I can never do it when I'm doing these because I've been talking too much right now. You get that big wad of spit going, and what you want to do, you're going to kind of bounce it on the back of your tongue, and you want it to bounce back and forth as the wind blows forward. Sort of that. And the trick to them is, if you're going to call them at night, you call the little guys first before you call the big guys, because if you call the big guys first, all the little guys go back and hide. So, the great horned owl is the largest owl we'll see around here. The great gray owl, found farther up north, is a little bit larger, but these guys are really impressive, and they'll eat
Anything.
just about. They're very fond of skunks. They will take juvenile great blue herons off the nest. They will eat hawks. I kid you not. Red-tailed hawks, red-shouldered hawks. These guys are big enough, they will take them. If you're missing a cat out of your backyard and you hear owls around,
I thought nature is supposed to be the other way around.
what's that?
I thought that cats are supposed to attack birds.
Great horned owls are kind of nature's payback. A wingspan of 40 to roughly 60 inches. So I mean, we're talking some big birds.
Wow.
Here. These are good sized fellas. And again, regularly eat skunks, other raptors.
That's about as big as I am. That's like talking.
Typically, you don't find great horned owls and barred owls occupying the same habitat because the great horned owls will get after the barred owls. Now, we did see a great horned owl here probably about 2 months ago now during a Saturday morning bird walk. A lot of times a really good way to find larger predator birds like that is you've got a whole bunch of crows or blue jays mobbing something. If you hear a bunch of crows just going crazy over something, it might be worth going to take a look at what are they freaking out about. Because it's most likely a hawk or something like that.
Bless you.
Generally, the phrase I use to remind me of their the great horned owls hooting is, "Who's awake? Me too."
I remember you.
A little bit deeper in the winter, we might get into northern saw-whet owls, which do move around a little bit with migration. Again, it's not a particularly vocal time for owls, but the last one we did last month, we did have a barred owl talk to us, so you just never know. And we always see something interesting, whether it's a raccoon. We saw a couple of foxes a couple of months ago. Had an awesome pop-up like 10 feet away from us. That was kind of fun. So we'll go out and see what we see. Obviously, once we get out there, the quieter that everyone is, the more we'll hear and see. And then the other thing I would ask you guys to do before we head out would be to grab a red piece of cellophane there and a rubber band and cover the end of your flashlight. Red light is both less obtrusive to the wildlife and less bothersome to your eyes. It'll help your eyes stay better adjusted for the night if you're not shining a bright white flashlight around. There's bug spray up on the counter if anyone needs some. And if anyone didn't check in and pay for the night up there, if you would please see me before we head out.
And here's the tribe leaving. We are getting ready to go on our owls somewhere sometime very soon.
And somehow it managed to never get a cat.
We're doing a bonfire.
And so I was coming back, when I was coming back to Nashville, I said, well, I gotta stop at that Brad Zamo's.
I can see why Mr. Waller just loved this place.
Why what?
Why the Waller
Oh yeah.
just loved it. Walker, yeah, love this place.
Sure has a different feel than when we came out this very same spot just an hour or two ago. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is sure the full moon. Really neat. We get to go on this owl prowl.
Oh, we're cheating on this one too.
With the full moon. Occasionally. I get that. You get Chocolate Eve's flashlight right there. But other than that, no, not right now. I get some. To show YouTube this hike. Okay, so it was really cool. We just heard an osprey. I was able to hear, but I still need to see. I hear it. I should be quiet.
Guys, that was amazing. One long here, right?
What is it?
Owl. Yeah, hear him?
It sounds like an owl.
Guys, owl.
You hear it?
Turn your lights off, guys, please. Lights up. Lights up. Yeah. Best day down here. That's like a barred owl. It's very simple. Hit land. Dog. Fucking old dog.
That's the dog owl.
Yeah, that's a great one, Dalmatian.
Dog owl, yeah.
What's that?
You guys picked the right night to come. They're never this easy.
Sorry, but they want to put on a show.
Don't know if you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Have to watch the ground, not the camera, but we just woke up a family of robins. And I tell you, this is a night cache. This is really, really cool. A lot of fun. Don't know how well you guys can pick it up, but this is the swinging bridge. You can see some of the pillars there that Super and Nate and I went across. And then we're just waiting for the train to cross. And then we are going to our guide is going to get an owl cry again. See if we can hear any more owls. And here, whether you can detect it or not, we are getting back into civilization, going from the woods onto the lawn, and soon those lights over there, you can see, I think you can see the outline of the trees. That's the visitors center over that way. No, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think a bonfire is up next. Here's the bonfire.
It's Geocacher Super Nate from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we're now around the bonfire here at the Prowl night hike in Chattanooga, Tennessee at Audubon Acres. And let me just tell you right now, we heard owls. Like, stop the presses. Breaking news, we heard owls in the distance.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. But did we see any? No. Did we have fun? Yes.
Well, we did see an osprey, though.
And we heard an osprey.
I saw
Is it pre-osprey or osprey? Osprey or osprey?
Or sorry, osprey.
Well,
osprey
he's the official word.
Yeah, according to him, it's osprey, so it's osprey.
Alright, so now the wood is burning. We are sitting around and we are talking and chilling and conversing. And we're about to have s'mores.
I threw a pig nut in there.
And he threw a what?
Pig nut. It's a type of hickory nut.
A type of hickory nut that he threw into the fire.
It smells like citrus fruit.
It smells like citrus fruit?
I threw it in there to see if it actually extends out the smell from the smoke of the fire.
And he threw it in there to see if he could extend the smell out from the fire.
Doesn't seem to be working.
They are breaking out the s'mores over on the picnic table to the right, and I am narrating this entire video because I want to be on YouTube.
You can definitely tell that, but you graduated from college with Nathan.
Everybody.
Very good job. Very good job.
Jeff is over here in this basket. I've only got
10 Hershey's bars
Whoa.
that if you break each one,
Okay, sorry
everybody
folks,
read it once.
you can't
If you break each Hershey bar into 3, that's a pretty good piece for a s'more.
Okay, folks, I'm sorry you didn't see the visual, but Nathan, when Carol just said that there was some Hershey bars over, Nathan just about bolted over there.
No, I am sharing. I am sharing. I haven't had time to open it up yet. Don't tattle on me.
Wait a minute.
Don't know how much you can see.
That's gonna
Well, we're just chilling, having some fun. And that's about sums it up for this little show. Back into Chattanooga, it's time to head home. I had a lot of fun tonight. Got to find several caches, attend my first event, learn a ton about owls, and also get to find hear owls, go on a owl prowl hike, and get to meet a lot of geocachers too. A lot of fun talk. Anyway, thank you for coming along.
You're so welcome. Thanks for coming along, Austin.
Watching this video. And I also was able to enjoy promoting this channel, so hopefully we'll get a few new subscribers soon. And anyway, be sure to check out my blog at www.historicalgeocaching.blogspot.com.
One more time,
www.historicalgeocaching.blogspot.com for links to caches, challenges, or anything else mentioned in the show, as well as just about anything that's history or geocaching
and for this week
related.
Only, you can get 12 tacos for 99 cents only at Taco Bell.
I did say that, and if I don't say that, it doesn't really happen. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always,
I'm having a blast from the past.
Nathan just said it. Have a great night, folks. See you later.